Okay, so I have set this up so that you guys can see me actually work through a problem. And this particular problem um, is in order to name this particular diagram of a molecule. So our first step is always going to be to identify our parent chain. So our parent chain is always going to be the longest continuous chain. So in this case, I could select, this chain here, which is going to be kind of straight across, but our chains are always not always going to be like the straight chain. Those aren't going to always be the longest continuous chain. So just to kind of test out how we're doing, what we're going to do is we're going to actually kind of select this as our parent chain, which is equally as long as the original one, and it won't actually change the name of our compound at all. So the first step there is going to be to identify the parent chain, and we've done so. And now we're going to count how many carbons there are. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons in our parent chain. Okay, now one of the things that we need to remember is that we could number this chain in the opposite direction. So it could be numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now with that though, like we'll see kind of how that affects later on. But in this case now I've got 5, so 5 is pent. So I now have pent, and then because I only have single bonds, I have pentane as my parent chain. So now I'm going to identify the branches. Okay, so I've got 3 branches here, and all 3 branches have only 1 carbon, so they're all a methyl branch. Okay, and I have 3 of them, so I term this trimethyl pentane. Okay, now I need to be able to tell where the 3 methyl branches are, and so in this case here, we always want to make sure that the total number for our branches is going to be lower. Okay, so in this case, depending upon how I numbered it, it could be, for instance here, 2, 4, 4, okay, for each branch, or it could be 2, 2, 4. And 2 2s and a 4 is going to be lower, so this would actually work out to be 2, 2, 4 trimethyl pentane. Okay, so we're going to do, or that finishes this particular example. So you will need to continue on with working through this problem.